Hi, it's Marcus Simpson, Fptv at Label Expo. Really happy to be joined by Paddy O'Hara from Epson Europe. Thanks for talking to us first and foremost. It's been a while since I've had a proper chat with you, so I'm keen to catch up with you. Paddy, tell us a bit about what you do for Epson.
So I run the Inkjet Solutions Group, which we sell the print heads to OEM customers. So rather than the branded business, we just sell directly to the OEMs who make the machinery themselves, so just the technology.
And that's a relatively new thing, isn't it, for Epson? That's quite an exciting new thing that you, from what I hear from the market, you're making great headway with.
Yeah, we started around 2019. We started in Europe. And already we've got some major OEMs in Europe making product with our print heads. Even at this show, there's 3 label presses at this show using our product. So it's going really well. Packaging, labels are big markets for us. We're doing some great stuff in single pass in both UV and water based. So yeah, it's an exciting thing to be part of, really.
And you mentioned starting in 2019. Is this the first Label Expo since you started this new business up?
Yeah, so in 2019, I think some of the members from Japan came and looked at the market and stuff like this last Label Expo, but there was nothing actually here in terms of representation. So this is the first one we've done, as a group. Yeah.
And obviously, being at a show like this, you get a pretty good sense of what's happening in the industry, what the trends are, and so on. What kind of trends do you see? What kind of things are you hearing in the market?
I think hybrid is always going to be, and it's been building and building for years. I mean, in a previous life, I used to preach about that myself, and I think hybrid's definitely big. But even so, there's so much more digital here than there was 4 years ago. Traditionally, there was a few halls of digital, and everything else was analog, flexo, and digital is everywhere. It's just absolutely everywhere. So everyone wants that flexibility in the printing technology.
It's interesting you said that it's everywhere, because I guess that's partly, as the market kind of evolved, the technology's matured, so all of the analog kind of manufacturers are actually accepting inkjet a lot more perhaps than they were 4 or 5 years ago.
So I think what's come, even from 4 or 5 years ago, the quality of the print heads, not just from Epson, but generally the quality of what's being produced by all the suppliers, the reliability, all of those things are making it much more industrial and much more accessible to companies that traditionally would have done a lot more analog technology.
And yourself, with any news, anything that you're kind of saying to people that's a little bit new here at Label Expo?
We're showing things like our S3200 product, which we have had for a number of years. So in terms that's not new, but we have got the D3000 here, which is our 1200 DPI nozzle level recirculation head, which we haven't really given a showing in the label market before. So it's an aqueous head, so it's really looking towards the next generation of presses when we start to move away from UV to a more sustainable, ecological technology.
It sounds fantastic. Listen, thanks so much again for making the time. Have a great rest of your show and look forward to hopefully catching up with you again in time to come. Cheers. Thanks, Paddy. Cheers.